What if I told you some of the habits, reactions, and personality traits you have had your entire life are not actually you, but survival patterns you learned as a child? Things like feeling anxious for no reason, or overthinking for simple situations, or even laughing when talking about painful memories. You might have thought this is just how I am. But what if it's not? What if it's something deeper? Something you never questioned? Today, we are going to uncover 11 oddly specific signs of childhood trauma, and I promise you, at least a few of these will feel uncomfortably accurate. Before we begin, I want to say something important. If you relate to these signs, it does not mean something is wrong with you. In fact, it means the opposite. These are completely normal responses to abnormal experiences. Your brain didn't fail you, it adapted to protect you. But now, those same patterns might be holding you back. So, in this video, I'll break down what each signs look like, why it happens, and most importantly, how you can start healing. Let's get into it. The first sign is emotional delay. Have you ever had a moment where something happened and you felt absolutely nothing? And then, hours later, or even the next day, it suddenly hits you. Maybe someone disrespected you, and in that moment, you said, "It's fine, doesn't matter." But later, you feel anger, you feel hurt, you feel like, wait, that was not okay. And that is called emotional delay. Have you experienced this? Think. It's like your emotions are learning on a slow internet. And why does this happen? When you grow up in an environment where expressing emotions is not safe, your brain learns to suppress feelings in real time. Instead of feeling, you analyze, you think, and you survive. And only when your brain feels safe, later the emotions finally come out and you can express them. When this happens, don't judge yourself. Instead, pause and ask, what did I actually feel at that moment? And that's not overreacting. That's your inner child finally getting a voice. And the second one is rushing through life. Do you constantly feel like you are in a hurry? Even when there is no real reason for everything, you are in a hurry. Walking fast, talking fast, thinking fast, always feeling like something is about to go wrong. Even small tasks feel urgent. Booking tickets, replying to messages, making decisions, everything feels like a mission. Why does this happen? If you grew up in a stressful or a unpredictable environment, your brain learned one thing: be alert and don't make mistakes, because mistakes had consequences. So now, even in a calm environment, your nervous system is still in survival mode. So start practicing slowness, not as a concept, but as a habit. Like eat slowly, walk slowly, and breathe slowly. Because healing is not about doing more, it's about teaching your body you are safe now. Third one, the hidden depression. Imagine a refrigerator that's always buzzing in the background. You do not notice it because it's always been there. So it doesn't matter. Until one day you suddenly realize, wait, Has that sound always been there? That's what this kind of depression feels like. It's not dramatic, it's not obvious, it's just low energy, low excitement, low emotional connection. And why this happens? If you didn't get emotional support as a child, your brain learned to shut things down. Not because you were weak, but because feeling everything was too overwhelming. So, there is no quick fix for this. You don't motivate your way out of it. You process it through conversations or maybe a therapy or in safe environments. Because healing is not about forcing happiness, it's about understanding your pain. Fourth one is being tired feels like failure. Do you ever feel guilty just for being tired? Like if you are not productive, you are somehow failing. Why does this happen? As a child, you may not have been taught how to rest safely. Maybe you had to stay alert. Maybe you had to perform. Maybe love felt conditional. So now rest feels uncomfortable. Start treating yourself the way a good parent would. If a child is tired, you don't shame them, you don't blame them, you just let them rest. You deserve the same compassion. Fifth one is chameleon personality. You are different with different people. With one group, you are confident. With another, you are quiet. With another, you are completely different. And you strange part is you may never mix these worlds. Because growing up, you may have learned be who they want you to be, or you won't be accepted. So you adapted, but you also learn to hide parts of yourself. Start small. Let people see a little more of your real self. Because the right people won't reject you for who you are. And the sixth one is feeling on the spot. Simple situations feel overwhelming. Someone asks you a question, all eyes are on you, and suddenly your brain freezes. Why does this happen? As a child, being seen may have felt unsafe. Attention felt pressure. Visibility felt like danger. So practice being seen slowly. So record yourself. Speak up in a small groups because confidence is not built in comfort. It's built in safe exposures and safe environments. Seventh one is laughing about your pain. You talk about your painful experiences like they are funny stories. They are not. People laugh, you laugh. But deep down inside, it wasn't funny. You know that. And why does this happen? Because serious emotions were not welcomed. So humor became your defense mechanism. So start taking your story seriously because your pain is valid. And the next eighth one is crying extremes. Either you can't cry at all, or once you start, you cannot stop. Why does this happen? Your emotional system was either shut down or overwhelmed. So learn emotional regulation slowly. Safe expression is the goal, not suppression. Ninth one is the glass frog feeling. You feel like people can see everything about you, your flaws, your inner insecurities, and your past. Because deep shame from childhood experiences, you felt this. So, most people are too focused on themselves, they're not looking at you. You're not being judged as much as you think in your head. Tenth one is sideways emotions. You react strongly to small things. A scene in a movie, a small comment, a random situation. These are not small reactions, they are stored emotions finding a way out. So don't suppress it, understand it, that emotion has a history. And the 11th one is waiting to feel ready, which most of us feel. I will start when I feel motivated. I will do it when I am ready. And you keep waiting. I did this for quite long. Because you learned to wait because actions didn't feel safe. You didn't feel safe. Start before you feel ready. Because action creates confidence, not the other way around. So start taking actions quickly. And start today. Start now. If you saw yourself in this video, I want you to understand something deeply. You are not broken. You adapted. And you survived every situation that came your way. And now you have the awareness to change it. These patterns are not permanent, they are learned. And anything learned can be unlearned. Slowly, gently, and consistently, not quickly. So, if this video made you feel understand, share it with someone who needs this today. And remember, healing is not about becoming someone else. It's about finally becoming yourself, accepting yourself the way you are. My name is Sai Kirtan. If you've found this video very helpful, do let me know in the comment section. Share it with somebody who needs to hear this. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye. Namaste.